Hey all, welcome back to Neon's Movie Reviews. I'm Neon, this is my review channel. Today we are talking about Friday the 13th Part 3? Yes, Part 3 now. This one kinda pretty much the same one as the first two. But before we dive into this, just want to say if you enjoy this content, please give this video a like, really helps out the channel. And make sure you do subscribe. As I said, we are going into the Friday the 13th series here, and we're going to be kind of finishing out the year with it. But yeah, diving right into this. This one came out 1 year after the second one. Pretty much the same thing as the first two. Like, there's really nothing new in this one. There's some new kills, but you don't have Tom Savini, so it's... yeah. They're not the best kills. But all in all, it's a pretty fun movie. The biggest thing that they were running with was that it was the first film shot in 3D and with 3D technology. So there's a lot of just in-your-face, gratuitous 3D shots that are not the best. A few times they make good use of it with the kills. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're good and bad at the same time, and to a hilarious degree. Sometimes they're just really bad and they just make you laugh. But all in all, I enjoy this movie, but it's probably my least favorite. Even though there's ones later on in the series that are arguably worse movies than this, they're just fucking balls to the wall insane, and I kind of enjoy that more than just repetition. So yeah, all in all, I'll give this one a 5 out of... no, I'll give this one a 3 out of 10. There's some good elements, as I was saying, but really I don't like this movie that much. It's fine, but that's about it, and that's kind of worse for me than Bad Story or anything like that. At least Bad Stories and insane ideas are original. This one just is a copy. But there's a couple things I do want to talk about. Like, some of the kills in this are pretty fun. For those of you that have not seen this is probably where you should drop off. But I don't know why you would be watching a Friday the 13th review if you hadn't seen it. But as I said, some of the kills are pretty fun. Some of them are pretty bad, but like I said, they're still pretty fun. So film kind of kicks off one day after. They do kind of retcon. Well, movie opens up with, again, the ending of the previous one. So you just get a couple, like 5 minutes of the ending of the previous one. It's not even set up like a dream sequences or anything. Nope, it's just, here's the ending, and now Jason's removed the machete from him. Doesn't really line up with the ending of the second one, though, because he still had the machete in him when he jumped through the window. And he basically just gets up, doesn't put his mask on, and goes on a killing spree. Just continues walking around the lake, just killing people. And he kills these two people in the beginning. It's kind of an entertaining sequence. The guy's got this thing with a bunny. He really likes the bunny. His wife is kind of annoying. He's in the bathroom drinking some alcohol. He hears something, opens the door. Jason puts a cleaver in his chest. And then his wife comes out and she's kind of looking for her husband. Jason breaks through a window, grabs her by the face, and sticks a knitting needle through the back of her head, which is what she was using earlier in the sequence, which is kind of fun. But I really enjoy that kill because you see Jason putting his hand over her mouth, and in between his fingers, you see the knitting needle start poking through her face and through his hand, and it's a really nice touch. I'm pretty sure that is another one of the fun 3D sequences. But after that, you get introduced to your main batch of teens. They're not camp counselors. They're just going up to the lake to have a good weekend. And you got a couple couples. You got a couple single people. You got this kid named Shelly, who's probably the most developed character. Kinda. He's he's basically a weird kid who loves special effects, and he's not really good with interacting with people. He kind of pulls pranks and scares people all the time, and the whole boy cried wolf type situation. Because, of course, Jason slits his throat, no one believes him because he's scared them all so many times, and he just bleeds out and dies. But he does give Jason the iconic hockey mask, and immediately after Jason gets the hockey mask and kills Shelly, you see one of the girls that Shelly's been trying to pursue mistake this fucking giant Jason Voorhees for Shelly, who's kind of this short, pudgy guy. Nothing against Shelly or anything like that, but just they're completely different body types. There's nothing really like them except for the mask. And Jason walks out there. She thinks it's Shelly, and Jason shoots her in the face with a harpoon gun. And that's another really fun 3D sequence. You can see it coming and stabs her in the eye, and it's pretty fun. I love Jason's walk away afterwards because he just walks away nonchalantly, just like, okay, where's the next scenes? You get the iconic him throwing somebody into power, killing the guy by electrocution, also while taking out the power. You see that a lot in the rest of the franchise. This is kind of where that started. You get really bad acting from this one girl who kind of runs the gambit, sees all the bodies, then gets killed. And probably the best kill in this, or the best two kills in this, one is a direct copy, but it's a copy of a really good kill from Tom Savini. But there's this one guy who's walking around doing handstands, walking around on his hands. Jason steps out, stabs him in between the legs, and his girlfriend comes out of the shower. His body's just missing. She goes back to the bedroom. They have a hammock instead of a bed for some reason. She hops into the hammock. Blood starts dripping on her. She looks up. You see him stuck up in the rafters, and his legs are just completely split open, like from here down to like his probably just past his ass cheeks, and it's just like open and folded, and he's just kind of stuck up there. She starts screaming. Jason pops up from under the bed, stabs the machete through the back of her, and pops out through her chest. Kills are fine, but because you don't have Tom Savini, none of them really look that believable. The best looking kill is the knitting needle through the back of the face. That one, because the extra effect of it coming out looked pretty decent, it's pretty good. All the other ones, they cut away really quickly, they're not shown that much, and then when they are shown, like, this one is probably the best one that is shown after the fact, like, just the reveal of the body. It's definitely the goriest moment in the film, but the actual act of the kill is just so quick. It's only a couple frames. But moving past that, you only have a couple characters left, and Boyfriend has the fucking best kill. Best and worst at the same time. Gets his head squeezed, his eye pops out. But you can see it, the fucking track that the eye is on. His head looks fake, is just so fake, and like, I love it. I absolutely love it. It cracks me up every time I see it. But then you're just down to the final girl. The chase begins, she starts finding all the bodies, and your final girl sequence kicks off. She is quite a bit of a fighter, though. I do like that. She's like slashes at Jason a couple times with a knife, stabs him in the leg. She proceeds to hit him a couple times, knocks him down a lot. He keeps getting up, but she's a fighter, and she does knock him down with a I think it's a shovel that she hits him in the head with. Kind of knocks him out for a second. Then she puts some rope around his neck, tosses him out the window, and hangs him. Like, she's not playing around, and I do appreciate that. You do have these really stereotypical bikers, and they're kind of the first black characters in the franchise, so it's pretty bad. they all get killed off. One of them, though, you see him get like knocked down to the ground, and then Jason, with a cleaver in hand, proceeds to bat at him. And then in the ending, you see that he's not dead, even though he took like 5 or 6 cleaver hits to what looked like the face. He's not missing any body parts, so I'm really wondering how bad of a hit shot Jason is. Is he just like lucky with most of the other kills? And he tries to stop Jason. Jason just immediately chops his hand off and then kills him. But that provides the final girl opportunity to pick up an axe, stabs him in the face. You get the iconic chip in the mask from that. Still, you get a little bit of a zombie Jason as he sticks his arms out and starts walking out. And then after that, falls down to the ground, dies. She goes out, hops on a canoe, and it's just kind of like, I know this sequence. Goes to sleep on the lake. Wakes up, has this dream sequence, sees Jason running outside, and then it all goes away, goes back to normal. And then zombie Pamela pops up from behind her out of the water, just completely ripping off the first ending. And you do have some nice touches, though, because there's worms sticking out of her face and stuff like that. That was kind of fun. But she grabs her, pulls her into the water, and then it's revealed all a dream. She hops she's taken with the police, and she's like declared insane. She starts laughing hysterically and drives off. So it's pretty much a combination of the first and second movie's endings. It's almost as abrupt as the second movie's endings too. It's a slight better, but it's still pretty bad. But yeah, and then studio kept, just for whatever reason, studio did not like this franchise. So after this, they were just like, all right, you guys got one more, then this series is over. Even though all of the movies were making money, and just for whatever this reason, studio was just like, we're a better studio than this. We shouldn't be putting these movies out. And I mean, they're not the best movies, but people like them. But we're going to be talking about part 4, the final chapter, which is not the final chapter. We'll be talking about that later on this week. And yeah, till then, hope you all stay safe. Catch you next time.